Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Matt Allen here from Tactical Bassin'. Just kidding. Just got back from fishing. I went to a lake that is like an hour and a half away from me. Thought I'd give Smith Mountain Lake a break. I kind of get tired of fishing it all the time, so I went somewhere new today. Explored around. Second time, well, actually the first time I was there, I was in the back of the boat. So, you know, that really doesn't count. Me and my buddy went to this lake today, and it's a really nice freaking lake. Like I said, it's an hour and a half from me. I think I'm gonna be spending a lot more time there just because it has everything. It's got rock, it's got grass. I don't know how to fish grass. It was a ton of grass on certain points and certain areas. I don't know what to, like, what do you do? Cinco, lipless crankbait, I don't know, like a speed worm. You know, when I was fishing with skeet in Florida at Headwaters, you know, we was throwing the speedballs catching them. So lightweight, like 1/4 ounce weight, 1/16 ounce, throwing it out there, just reeling it, you know, whatever. This lake also has, it doesn't have docks. That's the only thing that I don't like, doesn't have docks. But if I want to fish docks, I can go to Smith Mountain. Not too far into, probably about an hour or two after we got there, you know, I was throwing the 6-inch Magdraft, albino, of course. And if you know, like, I love Magdraft, especially like right now in the spring, because I think you can catch them on docks. You can catch them, you know, parallel and riprap. You know, the fish are trying to move shallow right now, but this year the weather's been kind of cray-cray. You know what I mean? Like crazy. This catch, so I caught one on this, and I mean, he freaking just gobbled it up. This is all you seen right here. When I caught him, that's all you seen was like a tail. Such a fun bait to throw. They're like 15 bucks. You rarely lose them. The only time I've ever lost Magdrafts is when I'm skipping docks and it does like the Kobe bounce and wraps in a wire or something like that. But I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, you know, I've got an 8-inch. I've got an 8-inch Magdraft. And I would have never thought that I would have been one of those guys that fish swim baits, or like, you know, because there's like a big swim bait following, you know, Swimbait underground. Dude, it's tons, especially on the West Coast. Like, swim bait's a big deal. I'm not gonna get that involved in swim baits, but the Magdraft I seem to have, I've got a battle shad, you know, from the, what's his name? Mike Gilbert makes the battle shad. I think that's what it's called. Please don't. I've got one of those, and I've had a couple bites on them, but the thing is, that big EWG hook, it's hard to hook unless they just chomp it, right? So I had them coming up like nibbling at it. Anyway, the thing I like about the Magdraft is it's got the treble hook on it, and it really doesn't get in the way. It lasts a lot longer than a Rago, because I used to skip Ragos and they would just tear where they were so soft. Great bait, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, don't do that. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, why don't you go up to the 8-inch? Be a man, go up to the 8-inch. So I was like, yeah, I will. I'll have 2 swim bait rods on the deck of my boat now. I'm gonna have one for the 6-inch, and then I'll have one for the 8-inch. So that's what this video is about, is the 8-inch Magdraft, the big daddy. It might not be big to some people, but it's big to me. And I'm gonna fish it the same way. I've watched videos on it, and you know, it's like you kind of catch, you can, like little fish, like 14 inchers will eat this, will gobble it up. Who is that? That's my cousin. He knows I'm shooting a video, so he's got to rev up his Corvette. You'll get bigger bites on this, I think. I don't know. But I'm gonna do my setup for the 8-inch Magdraft. Stop that. I can't stop. I can't stop doing that. I had contacted Denali, and I was like, I need a rod. The 8-inch Magdrafts are 3 ounces. Denali sent me this Lithium rod. It's a 710 extra heavy, and it's rated for 2 to 6 ounces. Now that's a big gap, like 2 to 6, okay? My other rod is rated for like 1 to 2 ounces, and they say you don't want to push it. So I'm going with this behemoth of a rod. I've got a Lews Speed Spool, the Super Duty on here with 20-pound Sunline Shooter is what I'm gonna be throwing it on. And I just thought I'd do a quick video on it, because I'm gonna start throwing this, and I don't even care, just because I think that you can get, I think the fish get conditioned to seeing like 6-inch swim baits. A lot of people are like, yeah, just downsize. You know, yeah, you can downsize to like a you know, a Kitech 3.8 or a 3.3 or whatever, but it's just not the same. It's not the same deal as throwing like a Magdraft. Dude, I'm not downsizing, I'm upsizing. This is my big 8-inch Magdraft setup, and I'm gonna be throwing it this spring. I'm going back out tomorrow actually to throw this big honker, and I will give you an update. And if I start freaking whacking them on it, I will, yeah, I'll tell you. I just thought I'd do a quick video on it just to kind of like feedback. Give me feedback. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I'm not like a swim bait guy. I'm a Magdraft. That's the only swim bait I really throw. I've got other swim baits, but for some reason I get bites on the Magdraft over the other ones. Not sponsored by them. Not affiliated with Megabass whatsoever. I just dig the swim baits. Although I do know, like, when Skeet came to Smith Mountain Lake, he kind of started the whole swim bait craze with the Rago, the light hitch. That's what he won the Elite Series down here on, I don't know, like 15 years ago, something like that. I don't even know how long ago it was. But, you know, when the Magdraft came out and I started getting it, and I was skipping docks with it, and I started seeing fish. They all wouldn't eat it, but I used to be able to follow it up with like a drop shot or a fluke or shaky head or Nico rig or something like that, you know. But now it really doesn't work. But I think I think the fish are getting accustomed to it because, you know, people are like following up swim bait fish with drop shots and, you know, shaky heads and head rigs, whatever. So my setup, let me clip this real quick. Where's my knife at? I ain't got my knife, but I do have my scissors. And, you know, like on my other, you know, my other Magdraft setup, I'm throwing a 7.4 heavy, or no, 7.4 medium heavy Denali Lithium with 17-pound Sunline Shooter, 17, 16, it's something. But this actually feels pretty good. Like, this is, dude, that's a honking bait too. So this is gonna be my setup for the 8-inch Magdraft, and I will check back in with you and let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching my video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe, it helps. It helps. And catch me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you know the rest, right? Catch you on the flip-flop. Have you ever had Devil's Backbone 16-point Imperial IPA? It's pretty good. Only if you're 21. But no, that's it. It's my Magdraft setup. Today was fun. Today was fun. I love going to lakes that I've never been to and have no info and just kind of breaking them down. I will be going back to that lake, and I'm gonna start shooting video at that lake. Not a local lake. I think I can really tune in some of my techniques at this lake. Because, you know, I go to Smith Mountain, all I want to do is skip docks. That's it. Skip docks for life. Hashtag skip docks. No docks there. Magdraft, 8-inch. Lews, Speed Spool, Super Duty. Denali Lithium, 710. Extra heavy. Big rod, big stick, big rod.